Hello everyone, I am Torrid Prime 217 coming at you again with another video for absolutely no reason except to put a video on YouTube, I guess. Okay, that's not true. Recently I've come across a few videos that still, despite the awesome trailer for the upcoming movie, fan art of which you are looking at right now, not mine of course. Well, anyway, they're not too pleased with it. They seem to think that there are a whole ton of ridiculous theories that should not work and should belong on the B-movie list. You know, the kind of the Nostalgia Critic reviews. Well, anyway, recently I came up with some theories that actually counter these negative arguments. What are these theories? Well, I'm here to list them off. So everyone is up in arms about the new origin of the Fab Foursome. But recently, as I've already said, I have a few theories that might actually make this story a whole lot better than everyone is making it out to be. Now, I don't know if these theories are accurate to the movie in any way or not, but still, there's no reason to say that they aren't. After all, we know nothing yet. The trailer says that April's father was working with the Shredder, Eric Sachs, to create heroes. But no evidence suggests that the Turtles themselves were actually part of this project. Take careful note of that. It could still be that the Turtles were mutated by accident. I mean, think about it. Why would anyone want to mutate Turtles to make heroes? That concept is completely out of left field as it is. My first theory states that someone working on the project wised up to Sox's evil scheme and ran with some of the mutagen or ooze or whatever, trying to get to the authorities or someone. Heck, maybe said person was even trying to get to the secret out to the media, and that might actually explain why April gets involved in the first place. Because in the movie, April is in fact a reporter, and need I remind you all that they're bringing back the news team, which hasn't been seen since the classic cartoon. Nostalgia there. We also have the possibility that Splinter will turn out to be April's father mutating into a rat creature. First of all, I'd like to point out that that theory was part of an April Fool's Day prank, and second of all, well, the more that I think about it, the more that I realize this could actually work for a couple of reasons. Theory number 2. What if April was the adopted child of Homato Yoshi, and only through legal issues did her last name stay O'Neill? This theory holds water on the grounds that the Turtles in the movie are in fact ninjas, not just implied by the title. But the question arises, how did they get this way? If their origin was an accident, then who teaches them ninjutsu? The obvious answer is Splinter, and that's only possible if Splinter actually knows the stuff. Ergo, Splinter is Homato Yoshi, and that would mean if Splinter is in fact April's father, then April's father is in fact Homato Yoshi. Adopted, of course, need I remind you. So then another question arises. How does April fit into all this in the end? Well, if April does have connections I mentioned before, then my theory roughly goes like this. Get ready, it's kind of a long one. April's foster father, Homato Yoshi, was working with Eric Sachs to make the world a better place and all that hooey. But then Yoshi discovered his business partner was up to no good and decided to split the project, taking evidence with him, namely the mutagenic ooze. Where does he go here with this? Well, he probably tries to go to the authorities, but first tries to contact someone in the news industry in case he doesn't get that far. Let's say for now that it's Bernadette Thompson that he contacts. Yoshi gets cornered before he can turn over the ooze to the police and loses the stuff in a scuffle and gets captured. Meanwhile, the ooze falls into the sewers alongside 4 small turtles who also got knocked away in the scuffle. Yoshi later escapes captivity and goes in the sewers for hiding, where he gets mutated into a rat creature. Perhaps he has his height reduced, and eventually comes across the mutating turtles. All you can guess the story from there. Now on to the next part of the theory. This can also hold up as evidence of Yoshi being April's adoptive father, as he went missing when she was a teenager and she joined the news crew to find out what happened to him because that was the last clue he left. Basically his warning to Bernadette Thompson. Thompson probably isn't talking, however, or can't give April a whole lot to go on. Vernon Fenwick is the only one who fully believes April and that there's something deeper to her father's disappearance and is therefore the only one helping her out, despite the fact that he probably thinks little of April and very highly of himself, ergo, ego issues. By the end of the day, April's investigation onto the whole deal has her cross paths with the Turtles, who are just keeping the streets safe as Splinter tells them they should, or perhaps he's telling them they shouldn't. Really, who knows, who cares, it's all right storytelling in the end. And together they team up to clean the mess left behind by Yoshi and the Shredder. It's not a sellout on the Destiny approach, it's just a mega coincidence that all works out in the end, just like in the comics and the TV shows. Being someone who actually watched both devotedly, I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so those are my theories. Now, I I know the whole deal with Yoshi being Splinter can't exactly stand on its own at the moment, given how Splinter is apparently being played by Danny Woodburn, who is a Caucasian midget. If there's a politically correct term, I don't know it, or don't care. But then again, Splinter could just be Yoshi's pet who learned all Yoshi's skills via osmosis from the ooze. After all, we don't know what this interpretation of the ooze does yet. Further adding to the mystery of what happened to Yoshi to begin with. My point is that we have no idea what the film will actually be like, and that we should just give it a chance. It could either rock in awesome ways or royally suck. Either way, I'm excited, I can't wait to see this movie, and I know a lot of people can't wait to see it either. So yeah, those are my theories on what could be the story behind Ninja Turtles. What you think? Is it an original theory? Is it an original idea? Could it actually work? Do you think that's actually what they're doing? Do you think Bay's think himself above that or something? Or perhaps it's Liebsman's fault? Who knows? Do you think the writers are taking the source material to heart? I honestly have no idea yet, and I would like to hear your own theories in comments. You know, in the long run, it's all speculation in the end. Nothing really we can do much about it. Personally, just watch the movie when it comes out, then judge. That's all I'm asking. I'm Torrid Prime 217, and this is me saying, Cowabunga.